Hello, everybody. This is Garrison for Real once again, brought to you by the YouTube. And today, I know everybody has at least had that one miserable Christmas that was just miserable, miserable, miserable. You know, and I decided to do a video of my top three worst Christmases. Um, and not to be negative about Christmas or anything like that, but just to maybe tell people that we all go through at least a crappy holiday or two. You know what I mean? Um, so I just decided to do my top three, and my third one uh, happened about 2010. I went to the hospital. I had to have a gallbladder taken out. Well, the thing is, I went to the hospital on December 18th of that year. And the thing is, they couldn't figure out what was going on. So they had to cut me open like this. I mean, it wasn't no, the small cuts, small incision. It was a full on, looks like an alien popped out. Uh, but I was in that hospital, and they didn't do the surgery for forever. I think it was like the day or maybe 2 days before Christmas. And, because they decided to keep doing tests and doing tests and doing tests. And finally, the gallbladder burst. And I could have died. And the doctor said that I was pretty close to it. But I was in the hospital for 9 days, from December 18th till I think like December 28th or 29th. It might be a little longer. I know it wasn't. I can't even remember how long I was in that hospital for, but it was bad. So that was a miserable Christmas, and part of the reason why not everybody wanted. I don't think I had too many visitors, if I recall right. I mean, I think my aunt and my grandma showed up for a couple of minutes, but they had to leave, to do family things. But so it was a miserable Christmas for me. Being in there by myself for most of the day, and it was just horrible. My second worst Christmas, and you're probably gonna wonder why I made this number two. It's because it wasn't a bad Christmas. It was also a kind of a good Christmas. You know what I mean? But it was my dad's last Christmas, and it was in the year 2003. Right before Christmas, though, Dad took a turn. His cancer was getting pretty bad, and the doctors didn't think he was going to make it to see the holidays at all. And he somehow snapped out of it, and he was fine on Christmas Day. You couldn't even tell he was sick. That's how fine he was. I mean, to this day, I was blessed with his last Christmas being a good Christmas. But I think that he held on through Christmas, because after Christmas Day, he started going back downhill. Um, and our family get together at my aunt's place he was miserable. He was not doing so great that day, for a Christmas uh, get together. And that's the reason why I put that in my top two. It's just I know it was a good Christmas, but at the same time miserable because you knew what was going on. You knew where it was headed. Um, but my number one worst Christmas, I think, for me, was back in 1992. That tells you how old I am. Is the year my uncle passed away on December 4th of 1992, and that literally takes you out of the holiday spirit, just like that. I mean, losing someone right before Christmas, and someone that was well loved in the family, and it just sucks the whole Christmas spirit right out of you. It just, you know, the difference like from Thanksgiving and Christmas was day and night. I mean, Thanksgiving, everybody was having a good time. He was joking around and just having a blast. to Christmas where it was just kind of, it was there. My grandma was putting on, a strong front, but you could tell that she was just miserable and still hurting. Um, my mom was trying to put on the strong front, and she could tell she was miserable and still hurting. As a 10-year-old, I could tell this stuff, and believe me, I was not a very smart 10-year-old. But it was just miserable. But so those are my top three worst Christmases, and I just want to sit there and say, we all have those miserable Christmases. Don't let that suck out the holiday spirit every year. You know what I mean? Don't let that destroy what you can enjoy. You know. So anyway, this is Garrison for real. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me about some of your worst Christmases if you had them, or tell me about your stories. And share with a friend. And I'll see you guys next time.